Upper Colorado River Commission says that water levels at Lake Powell have been on a 22-year decline, and the reservoir hit a record low elevation last year. They say it would take 16.4 million acre-feet of water to fill Lake Powell back up to where it was in 2000. So what would it take for that to actually happen? Well, let's look at mountain snowpack, which is where most of the water that feeds into Lake Powell comes from. And it's been a very snowy winter in the west this season, with the snowpack 40% above average. An estimate by the Institute of Arctic and Alpine Research at the University of Colorado shows that there's already 29.6 million acre-feet of water sealed inside the snowpack in the Upper Colorado River Basin. So if you could magically put that water directly into the reservoir, you could fill Lake Powell to the brim right now. But in reality, a lot of that snowmelt has to travel more than 300 miles to get to Lake Powell. And on that journey, some of the water gets absorbed into the drought-stricken soils, and some of the water gets intercepted by upstream users. Another big factor to consider is evaporation, and the evaporation rates are increasing as the atmosphere warms and increases its capacity to hold water vapor. Those factors subtract more water than you might think. The Upper Colorado River Commission says that if the snow stays steady through the rest of the season and finishes up about 40% above average, they would expect Lake Powell to rise by about 1.5 million acre-feet. That's only a 6% increase, so it would take 10 consecutive snow seasons with 40% above average snowpack to fill Lake Powell back up to where it was 22 years ago. But wait, we're not done subtracting yet. Some water needs to be released from Lake Powell every year to supply water users downstream. The UCRC says that adds another 5 years to the equation. So that's how you get the estimate that it would take 15 years of above average snowpack to refill Lake Powell. Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen, 9 News.